am back, Rhodes for the Matrixx and Rhodes show. If you're new to the channel, punch subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think about this. My goodness, when DEI scores and ESG scores go wrong, and you are seeing it go wrong, possibly in a massive way, there's a lot of things about this expedition that's went badly, including possibly whoever this Titanic tour CEO decided to hire. Because you know what he didn't want? 50-year-old white men with military experience. I don't really give a rip about the white part. However, the military experience involving subs seems to be a valuable commodity. Or what if the 50-year-old white guy is just the most qualified guy for the job? Maybe in something like this where theoretically you could take a trip and it becomes a suicide mission? Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't give a shit about how woke you are. Wow. I saw this and my jaw dropped. I mean, in theory, this thing stuck 12,500 feet in a watery hell right now. It's unbelievable. By the way, you're seeing that little headline too. Thrill seeker pulled out a missing sub trip over fears it was cutting too many corners. Yikes. The CEO was cheap and racist. That's not a good combination for making it home alive. And look, I hope all these people make it home alive. But boy, this is not the place to be woke. This is not the place to be cheap. New York Post. The Oceangate CEO, who is trapped on a 22-foot submersible on an ill-fated voyage to see the Titanic wreck, once explained how he didn't hire, quote, 50-year-old white guys with military experience to captain vessels because they weren't, quote, inspirational. Some statements are so stupid, I almost don't have anything I can say about that. This guy's worried about being inspirational as opposed to a highly, high-risk, dangerous experience having the right people involved. Who gives a rip about being inspirational? Take people down there, let it be safe, and get them back home. If you're dumb enough to go on a trip like this. Stockton Rush, 61, added that such an experience was unnecessary because, quote, anybody can drive the sub, you dumb mother bleeper, with a $30 video game controller. All right. When I started the business, one of the things you'll find, there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys, Rush told Teledyne Marine in a newly resurfaced, outdated Zoom interview. Ruh-roh. I mean, right about now, you might want one of those 50-year-old white guys with military experience having driven your sub. Because there's no telling what happened down there. You might have got hooked on something. You missed a turn at Albuquerque, for crying out loud. Come on, dudes. Quote, I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology, but a 25-year-old, who's a sub-pilot or platform operator or one of our techs can be inspirational. I'm baffled. I am baffled at what people have decided to value versus qualifications. I mean, it's flooring the ever astounding stupidity of these people. In life and death situations on top of it, our military's heading down that road with wokeness right now. This submarine trip should be a warning to what's going on in the military right now for being too concerned about your damn ESG scores. Going to get a bunch of unqualified people in there that's not prepared to fight. Wow. So we've really tried to get very intelligent, motivated, younger individuals involved because we're doing things that are completely new. Russia's Everett, Washington-based company, that makes me think, okay, I get it. Washington, has made 2 previous trips to the 1912 wreckage of the, quote, unsinkable ship, which is 12,500 feet underwater at the bottom of the Atlantic, some 370 miles off the coast of Canada. The founder and CEO, who navigates the missing Titan submersible with a cheap Amazon video game joystick, has been trapped on the tiny vessel since Sunday with 4 wealthy adventurers who paid $250 large apiece for the tour. A frantic Coast Guard rescue operation was underway to locate the tiny vessel and save the marooned team, who had less than 1 day's worth of oxygen as of Wednesday morning. One of Oceangate's previous Titanic expeditions had also gotten lost for several hours because there is no GPS underwater. According to CBS News correspondent Dave Poog, who was along for the harrowing ride. Company officials were criticized for waiting 8 hours after they lost communication with the Titan to alert authorities about a missing vessel. Wow, there's going to be serious questions about that. I heard something about that yesterday and my jaw just dropped to the floor. The entire journey to the shipwreck was only supposed to take 10 hours. Quote, we're taking approaches that are used largely in aerospace industry, is related to safety and some of the preponderance of checklist, things we do for risk assessments, things like that are more aviation related than ocean related. We can train people to do that, Rush had reportedly said. We can train someone to pilot the sub. We use a game controller so anybody can drive the sub. That baffles the mind. That something like that would come out of anybody's mouth. This guy's a billionaire? I mean, how did that happen? Did you inherit money? How did you acquire with intellect like that? It's baffling that you can cross the street without getting hit by a bus competently. I mean, I'm so confused. You're concerned about white dudes. You're concerned about dudes that's got military experience. You're piloting no telling how expensive sub with an Amazon game controller. Say that out loud. I'm going down to explore the Titanic, and what I've got to control the sub is an Amazon game joystick controller. I cannot begin to explain to you, if somebody asked me if I wanted to do that, how many different ways I could tell somebody to get effed. I mean, I would have to create ways that I would not go on that journey. And it makes me wonder, the people that paid for this, were they fully aware of the circumstances, the background behind the launch, the goings-on inside the company, the mindset of the billionaire that's doing it all? Unbelievable. It truly is unbelievable. Look, I hope they find everybody and get them all out of there alive. But man, the stupidity of some people in this day and time, for the sake of proving how woke you are, it has now taken a potentially deadly turn. Unbelievable. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.